Hello everyone, today we'll take a look at the best budget gaming mice in the market for 2021. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these mice, you can check out the links in the description below. Before we start, I have a question for you guys. Which mouse are you using right now and would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. Number 5. SteelSeries Rival 3 Best Entry-Level Mouse. The Rival 3 is the quintessential entry-level gaming mouse, a smallish 6-button right-hander with a matte black plastic shell. The buttons are standard fare, you get 2 click panels, a scroll wheel and a DPI preset control button on top, plus the usual forward and back buttons on the thumb side. With minimalist hyper-light esports mice crowding the market, it's getting harder to make a case for a quote basic unquote gaming mouse. SteelSeries, in the middle of a budget product push, has a bottom-line mouse, the Rival 3. It's a really well-made piece of kit, especially considering its low price. The SteelSeries Rival 3 is built around SteelSeries TrueMove Core, which is a low-tier optical sensor designed specifically for this mouse. The DPI range of 10 to 8500 is not as substantial as some of the more high-end mice out there, but it's hard to complain about that considering the price point here. Besides, the TrueMove Core still sports one-to-one tracking. Weighing in at only 77 grams, the SteelSeries Rival 3 is rather lightweight. Weight is most definitely a matter of preference when it comes to gaming mice, but we wish there was a bit more heft here. The scroll wheel is low profile and rubberized, but it could stand to have a bit more resistance in the scroll step. Overall, it's a pretty good budget gaming mouse. Number 4. Logitech G305 Best for the money. If you're looking for the best gaming mouse without a cord, the Logitech G305 Lightspeed is a great option. It's lightweight, comes in fun colors, and is relatively affordable. More importantly, though, is the mouse's reliability. If you have reservations about using even the best wireless mice due to lag time or dropouts, Logitech's Lightspeed 2.4 GHz dongle connection won't disappoint, especially for this price. The peripheral measures about 4.5 by 2.5 inches and stands only 1.5 inches tall. The mouse works for both palm and claw grip players, and at only 3.4 ounces, it's one of the lighter, full-sized wireless mice out there. One downside of the G305's design is that it doesn't include any kind of lighting, which has become standard on even less expensive Logitech mice. Still, that feature probably would have driven the price up by at least $10 and has a purely aesthetic touch, so I can't find it in my heart to feel very bothered about it. The battery lasts for about 250 in-game hours on high performance mode and up to 9 months on low power mode, by the way, so you won't be drowning in empty batteries with the Hero sensor. The Logitech G305 is a simple, elegant mouse. It's small and uncluttered, and its wireless features are as intuitive as they come. Number 3. Razer Basilisk X Best Wireless Mouse. The Razer Basilisk X Hyperspeed is part of a promising new trend. Rather than restricting wireless gaming mice to the $100 plus category, manufacturers are starting to sell peripherals in the lower price range, admittedly with a lot of the bells and whistles stripped out. And that sums up the Basilisk X Hyperspeed pretty well, a decent gadget with no bells and whistles. The Basilisk X Hyperspeed is similar to the original Razer Basilisk mouse, but with a few key alterations. The thumb rest is much longer, the base is a bit broader, and an aesthetically pleasing plastic curve spans the device's face. The scroll wheel is tuned perfectly. It's never stiff, but you can still feel the individual clicks as you turn it, so you always know if you've applied enough pressure. The mouse buttons, 2 primary plus 2 programmable on the side, feel reassuringly sturdy when you press them. Razer claims the wireless technology is 25% faster than any other wireless tech. In practice, that translates to ultra-speedy performance and near-zero latency. No matter what I threw at the Basilisk X Hyperspeed, from shooters to strategy sims, it felt lightning quick, and I never detected delays between my clicks and what happened on the screen. Definitely one of the best budget wireless mice out there. Number 2. Razer Viper Mini Best for small hands. On the face of it, the Razer Viper Mini is the same as the first Viper or the Razer Viper Ultimate. There are new optical switches for faster clicks, a focus on esports, a SpeedFlex cable for less drag, 6 programmable buttons, and 100% PTFE feed for smoother, quicker glides. Yes, it improves upon the concept in key ways. Firstly, it puts the DPI button front and center below the scroll wheel. This is a marked improvement. Because the original mouse had it on the underside, it was nearly impossible to access it in the middle of a game if you needed to make some adjustments. Secondly, it's even lighter. The Viper Mini is just 61 grams, making it a real featherweight device for using and a no-brainer for traveling. What's more, it adds under lighting at the back and a more prominent logo. Some elements have been lost though. Unfortunately, this model can only manage 8500 DPI and it's not ambidextrous. There are no grips on the flanks either. Despite a lower DPI score, the Razer Viper Mini performs well. It's the perfect size for those with smaller or medium-sized hands, and the lack of grips doesn't stop it feeling totally under control in action. Plus, the 100% PTFE feet offer smoother movements for twitch responses. If you're looking for a smaller mouse that works great in any situation, you can't go wrong with a Viper Mini. Number 1. Razer Viper Ultralight. Best overall. The contest to build the best esports mouse keeps heating up. Smaller outfits like Final Mouse and PC Gaming Race are making names for themselves with lighter, more comfortable mice made for high-performance play. But the biggest mouse makers aren't just going to let themselves fall out of favor. Razer's newest entry, the Viper, is the company's most esports-focused controller to date. The Razer Viper is an ambidextrous gaming mouse. It technically has 8 buttons, but that includes 2 side buttons on both the left and the right, and the aforementioned DPI profile switch underneath, so it's really the standard 5-button form factor. In general though, the Viper has great components and feels very well constructed. It features Razer's 5G optical sensor, which can track accurately at up to 16,000 DPI. Its matte plastic base and textured grips on either side feel good in hand and help you keep your position. The most impressive features of the Viper are the simplest. It's one of the few truly comfortable ambidextrous mice I've used. Though it does not have an ergonomically minded hump like a right-handed mouse, your hand naturally falls into a good fit on it. You rarely have to move or reposition your hand if you don't want to, and playing palm is comfortable even for long stretches. The Razer Viper is a really good esports mouse. It's light, fit and fast, and will give you what you need to compete. Buying guide. Weight. Weight's can have a huge impact on how you play your favorite titles. Most mice weigh what they weigh, and if they're too light or too heavy, you'll just have to adjust. A removable, adjustable weight canister allows you to fine-tune both the placement and amount of extra material, which is ideal if you prefer a light or heavy touch. Connectivity. Connectivity is something to consider if you already own other peripherals from the same company. Logitech, Razer, SteelSeries, and Roccat all offer unified software platforms, meaning that you may get a better gaming experience if you sync up your mouse, keyboard, headset, mobile app, and whatever else you happen to have from a given company. Synced devices can usually share color combinations, and running 3 peripherals from the same software suite is a breeze compared to having 3 separate programs bogging down your system. Price. Gaming mice generally fall into 3 cost categories: anything less than $50, between $50 and $100, and more than $100. Just as you shouldn't expect a top-of-the-line experience for $20, you shouldn't expect a clunker for $80. Mouse prices vary depending on retailer, sales, and whether or not there's a new model about to come out, so you could very easily wind up with a great mouse for a lower price.